Are you having a difficult time building your own story for your next mobile filmmaking project? In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you some of the techniques that I personally use in building my own story. So let's go. Hey there, welcome back. My name is Paul and I am here to share with you how to capture great moments on mobile. So if you are interested in mobile filmmaking, I suggest that you subscribe to my channel so that we can learn from each other, and you can start now by commenting down below your insights. Now, the most important aspect of filmmaking is storytelling. So the question is, how do you develop your own story? Well, I am going to share with you my own process in order to help you build your own good story. Think of it as a Chinese poker, or in Filipino, we call it pusoy. You have a head, you have your body, and your tail. You're given 12 cards. Think of each card as your own clips. Now, you have to shuffle your cards in order to build your head, your body, and your tail. If any of those three doesn't make sense, then you lose. But if you have a good head, a good body, and a good tail, you have a chance of winning that game. It doesn't matter where your cards would go as long as it complements the other cards on that particular segment to form a winning combo, then you have a story. That's how I do most of my travel videos. It's not necessarily in chronological order. I try to build mini stories, and each mini story I have a head, I have a body, and I have a tail. Because if a story is not complete, then it's not a story at all. Especially if you are sharing your own story. Don't make things up because your audience will know if you are making things up. If you have a story and you are saying that you love to travel on a certain place, but in reality it's not, your audience can spot if you are not telling the truth. Or if you are eating something and you say that you love it just because some famous blogger said so, but in reality you don't like the taste of that food, your audience can spot that. So you have to say it. You have to say that you don't like the food. You have to say the truth. It is your obligation to your audience. And that is important if you want to build your own good story. The reality is, inspiration doesn't just strike you. It's not gonna come if you are just sitting there on your couch and then an imaginary light bulb suddenly appears. You need to look for it. Try browsing through a magazine, reading a book, look out your window, or take a walk outside and observe the small things. Start talking to people and make conversation, and while making conversation, try to be mindful of what other people say, because as the saying goes, art is an imitation of life. So look how things live and how they interact with each other, and get inspired by it to make your own story. Now you are inspired and you have this idea, but the problem is it's not necessarily an original idea because that idea came from an inspiration. So what do? How do you come up with your own idea for your own story? Well, create new ideas by merging two different ideas that you have. Let's say you have an idea of you want to travel to Japan, and then you have another idea about the best sushi in Japan. And then try combining those two ideas, and suddenly you come up with a story like something like a quest on finding the best sushi in Japan, something like that. So those are two ideas being combined into one idea. So it's those two ideas and it's those what ifs that generate another idea to come up with a good story. And by combining those two, you come up with something that is unique. The value of your story is what will make it worthwhile for your audience. And to be able to provide value to your audience needs to learn something from your story. Do you want them to learn on how to save money for a rainy day? Or do you want them to be careful with love? I don't know. But whatever it is, always provide value to your audience. So you better ask yourself, what do you want to teach your audience? What do you want them to learn from you. That is where the value of your story will come from. So which among these tips was helpful to you? Let me know in the comments section. Also, if you want to learn more about mobile filmmaking, click on this video and subscribe to my channel for more moments on mobile. See you on the next video. Peace out!